G'day all you second half strikers and welcome to Cammers. So as you can tell, I'm in a very good mood because, well, the thing that I thought would happen actually finally happened for once. Instead of me talking completely out my rear. But, look, we'll get to it really quickly. But for the moment, let's just go through all the other goodies that I've done for last week. And then we'll go through the other goodies coming up. Well, let's hope they're going to be good anyway. I really hope they will be. This week should be really, really important for a lot of teams, especially us. Can't pair. But who knows at this point? Who knows? So, for the first game, I did tip Port to beat Carlton by 28. Well, it didn't beat them by 28, but exactly half that, but 14. Which I'm very glad about. Card pair, by the way. Card friggin' pair. I'm very happy. Me happy. We did really shit at first, but we really kind of decided, nah, you don't get to score anymore. And I think they only had one more goal for the rest of the game, while we chunked by like 6 or 7, which gave us the lead quite well. Imagine, I think this is like the 3rd or 4th time this bloody year that we come back from like 20 or 30 plus, and we come back to win. Like, why are we always the comeback kings as of late? It's always really weird to me. We tend to be able to just kick off these random weird games and just go, we are really bad. And then we go into the second half, we'll go, okay, we can try now. I don't like it, but I mean, I'm glad we won. Thank fuck for that, because can't pair. But, you know, also, yeah, I have the other video up. If you haven't done it already, you should click that subscribe, but I haven't, see? This makes it easier. I'm depressed because, well, I tipped the Roos to beat Geelong, which absolutely did not happen. I thought, oh, it'll be actually a close one. And you know, at first, Kangaroos were giving Geelong a really good run for their money, but I don't know why every single time that they just decide at some point in the game to not give a shit. It's getting annoying, and I know they can do so much better, and they just don't try hard enough. It's kind of like us. But I guess they did something similar to what... I mean, Geelong did something similar to what Carlton did, but Carlton kind of went to sleep. Geelong did not, which will obviously allow them to win by fair chunk. It's not fair. It's not fair. And we got Suns to beat Brizzy Lions. It absolutely also did not happen. Because I don't know why the Brisbane Lions are just completely insane and infallible right now, which is scary. Or that Suns are just slipping off big time. Even at home now. Thought we would do it. We didn't. Brizzy Lions did it. I have nothing else to say. Moving on. I'm really happy with this one. I tipped the Saints over Essendon because I'm like, Essendon are fucked. And they were. No heart left. St Kilda played some mad footy. And again, St Kilda don't smash teams. They've done it twice now. So the Saints really want to be not the worst in the world. I mean, I still feel like they're not that great, at least especially right this year. But at least they're trying. Essendon are not trying anymore. They were second not long ago. Now they're out the gate. I feel like they're staying there. What a shame. And I want to tip the Giants to beat Melbourne. And oh boy, that was really close. That was a close game. Well, Giants came back. I mean, they also do the comeback pretty nicely, but not as much as us. Not as much as the pair. But I have to respect that gumption that they do have in their footy. I see a lot of that from their forward line, especially, considering the forward line's actually good. Why do you see that in our team? Mine. But, I mean, Melbourne are nothing right now. They're a shell. And they don't know what to do. They can't break the shell, because it's like made of titanium or something. But they can't polish it either, because they left the fucking sandpaper at home. And yeah, Fremantle, West Toast. Yeah, wet toast. Yeah, 3-0, 3-0-1. Moving on. And it was Collingwood v Richmond. Now, I was going to tip Richmond because, quite frankly, I was sick of tipping Richmond, so I just tipped Collingwood. And it worked. Because, of course, it did. I'm getting tired of tipping Richmond, and there's no way I'm tipping them this year. The rest of this year, I reckon. It's over. Richmond is over. Wooden spoon. What a shame. Oopsie daisy. Turn the game off. Get it out of my fucking face. And then the Swan v the Bulldogs. And to be honest with you, I should have thought this through a little more and actually tipped the Bulldogs because, my God, There was a few outs of Sydney, and they were shallow, which is a good price coming up. But they had no fight in them. They usually have good fight back after they start really poorly, because they always start terribly in the first. It's like a ramp up, but they ramp up really good in the second quarter. There was no ramp up. There was none. Not even slightly. Not in third or fourth. I feel like they dropped off even further, which is a bit scary when you're trying to do a ramp up method. Not very useful. Not very useful. However, the Bulldogs are just... I guess they really want Beveridge to keep his job, because they're actually trying super hard. We're trying hard too, as you can see, but not much else. And the Adelaide v Hawk, get stuffed Adelaide, get stuffed Crom. You don't deserve that. You stay back in the bottom four where you belong, and you sit there, think about the stupid crap footy you play, and don't get out of that spot. In fact, get another spoon. I dare you. I double dare you get another spoon. You're on your way to it. Everyone's like, oh, Adelaide's going to be good this year. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, Chief. There's the same problems all the time. And you ain't fixing it. Well, good forward line, but when everything else is nothing. Trash midfield, which is very important, and trash defence. You can kick goals. Hooray. Somehow we're still doing better than you. The only reason you beat us a lot is because our defence sucks ass. Well, no more. Well, no more of the round stuff. We do have more in terms of the footy games. So let's get to them. Starting off with a lone Friday game, because it's always a lone. You got Bulldogs and you got the Melbourne. You got to wait for it, because Melbourne needs a little bit of a gap, because they don't play too good right now, and they always kind of have a bit of a lapse in judgment pretty much every time they kick. So I gave them a lapse in actual speech. So I'm tipping Bulldogs. Of course tipping Bulldogs. But like what? Is it a marble? We go to marble. 32. It's marble, Bulldogs 32. Watch Melbourne beat the shit out of them now, because I've tipped them by a lot. Because everyone's like, oh, I got faith. I have faith. Finally, you have proven yourself. You beat Sydney by a lot. Clap, clap. Let us do this, but maybe you've softened them up. I hope. Oh, I know. There wasn't actually a lone game on the Friday. There's another one. Gold Coast and Wet Toast. Well, which coast is better? The gold one or the shit one? I'm going to say the shit one. I have tipped Gold Coast so much. Watch them win away now. But I don't know, man. I feel like maybe this is where they just start plummeting. Because I don't feel... They've got less chance to make finals than us now, for sure. And they had every possibility. But they just had to win one away game. And now they've lost on home game. No more. Enough. You have not proven yourself in this matter. Get out of my face. Come back next year. Do some good stuff then, or I will be severely disappointed. Do some better fucking footy. First game on the Saturday is the battle of the trash. Richmond and North, which by default I think North wins because it's at Marvel. Richmond fucking hate Marvel, even without Dimmer. So I'm going to be going North by like 30. I know it's a lot for North, but I don't care. Surely they do this. This is who gets the spoon. Whoever wins this escapes the spoon. And Richmond are absolute crap. North are less crap. At least I think they are. Last I remember they are. I did watch the North game and they at least tried. But they need to try a little harder. The next game is two of my two least liked sides, Geelong and Crom. Quite frankly, I don't want them to fucking win at all. I want them to both draw and screw each other over. If I want at least one team to win more, I guess right now it's Crows. But I don't have game to tip them. Although I will say, if Crows do win against Geelong and GMHBA like we did, I'm gonna laugh so friggin' hard. I will be tipping the Geelong though, unfortunately. I don't really want to, but I'm forced to. Geelong by 14. It doesn't sit right with me. But Crom doesn't sit right with me either. So at this point, we're splitting beanies. And then we've got the two Saturday night games. The inferior one is Collingwood and Carlton. Wow, a big blockbuster. I'm saying fuck it and tipping Collingwood. Because why not? That's at the Umsage It's not at the Marvels. It's at the Usage, so it should do. Collingwood should do a lot better. And despite that, Carlton are just they play game alright, then they stop. Unless it was the Bulldogs and they didn't even try. But I feel like Collingwood, even though I feel like they may be screwed for finals, like Geelong were last year, considering they were both reigning premiers, this is a bit of a pattern. I just really don't think Carlton have got this. I keep tipping against them around that time, and it keeps paying off. So screw these flogs. We are going for Collingwood. Like 16. I won't go mental this time, but 16. And then the clearly, obviously superior game, the pair and the Swan. You really should know who I'm tipping. I'm not telling you. I'll just let you decide. Yes, of course I'm tipping Port. Why would I not? We're doing well. We haven't lost to them since 2016, and despite us losing to Gold Coast, which we never have really done at home for them, since 2011, I don't know. Sydney are falling off, and something tells me that we might just start really want to prove ourselves and do some mad resurgence. I will say if Swans do beat us, we might be back into a bit of a lull. But if we do end up winning, we may actually get finals after all, even though I thought the vast majority of people would have us out of finals. We may actually just clinch this, which I am just booking my 7 stars that we actually do. So we're going pair by 10. Huzzah! Oh, and then we got the Sunday games. We got the Giant and we got the Hawk, which we're going to be definitely tipping the Hawk. Giants are nice, but Hawks, I don't know. Hawks just really want to be in the finals, I suppose. After starting very, very shit at the year, they have decided to not be shit, which I respect the gumption. So I'm going to respect it with a tip. Hawks by 8. Is it a Giant? It's at the Giant Stadium, which is a bit of a scary, but don't worry. Things have happened with Giants that they lose over there anyway. So I'm pretty certain that you've got this. So go and get them. The penultimate game on the Sunday is Freo and Bomber. I just did an automatic tip for Freo. Essendon have just decided to lay on the carpet. And while Fremantle are really wanting to get that top 2 spot or top 1 spot, they could genuinely be first if they keep winning the games. They're not going to, because we're going to beat them at the end of the year. But at least they could at least attempt to go for number 1 spot, because they are in big contention for it, considering I think they're only slightly around the same time around like Carlton and that type of thing. So I really think that they might have this. So Freo by, I'm going to go ballistic here and say Freo by 46. Freo have been finding a knack to smash teams out of nowhere, and I think it occurs again. If the Saints can fucking do it, surely the Freo can do it. Unless, of course, Essendon get angry, which sometimes happens. But I think Freo will get angrier. Grr. And then the final game between the Brizzy Lions and the Saints. And I do need my whack job tip, and I've saved it for last. Saints are going to be not winning this one, but I will tip them anyway. I know it's whack, I know it's stupid, I know it's really, really dumb, but I don't give a shit. I feel like the Saints maybe have just woken up in hell around Marvel. They beat Sydney there. Why can't they beat Brisbane there? Oh well, because Sydney was on a bit of a lull. Brisbane can still do that too. So I don't give a shit. Saints by 2. Nothing else. Well, that's it. No more tipping. I'm done. I'm going to sleep. Because it's night time and then I have to edit all this shit. And I've got a lot of work. So I want to go. If you enjoyed the funny memes that I have provided with the tips and stuff, click the yes and subscribe. As usual, press this. You'll feel like that as well. I have nothing more to say to you. Get out of my house.